Editing CY6 here. This will be a filler video, so don't expect much. Alright, see ya. Okay, I'm gonna start this intro recording at 1 in the morning. Hopefully, you guys can hear me. I'm gonna get super close to the mic. I have started this anime called Say I Love You, right? It's peak. I love it. I think everybody should go watch it just based off the first episode. I'm gonna give my synopsis of the episode um as quickly as quietly as I can, right? So there's this girl, her name is Mei Tachibana, and she got accused of killing her class pet in elementary school, and ever since then she didn't have friends or a boyfriend or anything, right? And then now we're fast forward, she's 16 in high school, and she still hasn't had a boyfriend or anything. People are making fun of her for it. And you meet, dude, wait, what are their names? One minute, let me look it up real quick. She meets this dude, his name is Yamato, right? And I called him fake Miyamura because he looks like Miyamura from Horimiya. And then he has his friend, his name is Kenji. I call him fraud though, and you're gonna learn out why. You're gonna find out why. So Kenji early on into the episode bumps into May, and he's like, dude, just calm it. It was an accident. And doesn't even offer her a hand to help her, right? And she just glares at him. I mean, rightfully so, but it's still weird. She just glares at him. She doesn't really say anything, right? Anyway, fast forward, we find out that Yamato's a ladies' man, right? And Kenji, Yamato, and some other girls walking up the stairs. Kenji run up trying to lift up these girls' skirts on some weird stuff, and then gets mad when he gets yelled at. And then he finds a girl wearing a long skirt walking up the stairs, and he tries to lift up, and he sees that it's May. He's like, ah, man, never mind, forget it, bro, forget it, it don't matter no more. And then Yamato come up trying to defuse the situation, which good on him for trying to defuse the situation, right? But he come up, and then he's like, yo, Brad, chill out, bro, you gotta stop doing that. But May is already turned around and gives Yamato the meanest roundhouse ever, bro, and sends him flying down the stairs. Crazy situation. Because she knew that Yamato wasn't the one who did it, but she did it on accident. So anyway, we find out, well, it's more evident now that Yamato May doesn't have any friends, right? And she's a loner at school, because when she goes to leave and takes her shoes out the locker, there's thumbtacks in it or whatever, and a note that says apologize because you kicked this innocent dude or whatever. And then Yamato come through trying to be, Mr. Save the Day, and he starts talking to her, trying to be friendly and stuff. It's good on him, actually. Anyway, she wasn't really reciprocating it at first. And she just wasn't really messing with him. And I don't really know why, but anyways, whatever. And as the days go on, wait, no. Yamato's yo, dude, yo, girl, you should get my number for us so we can talk and text and chat and stuff like that. It's the early 2000s. I just can't just add you on Instagram or Twitter and we can talk like that. I gotta have your number. She's like, nah. But he's like, hey, I'm gonna just write down my number, call it whenever you need it. Which is, peep that for the future, right? Anyway, she's like, sure, but I doubt I'd ever call you because I don't really need friends, bro. I'm a lone wolf. And then we cut to her at work, right? And this is where it really starts getting interesting. My bad, I thought I heard my mom wake up. This is where it really starts to get interesting, bro. We see this this like real creepy dude walking to work, and he like staring her down and stuff. And cause like she like work at this bakery. He's like staring her down and stuff like that. And it's like weird. Not even like an aggressive kind of like I'm gonna fight you, stare you down. More like I'm a perv and I'm trying to get you, stare you down. Anyway, the days go on, and Yamato's like, hey, why ain't you been calling me? You know, you should call me sometime. She's like, bro, let me just show you. I only have my mom and my workplace added in my contacts because I don't need nobody, bro, and I don't need you. And you just gotta learn to accept that. And he's like, all right, fine. And then it's cutting to like them at the party. Like, not them. It was Yamato, that fraud Kenji, and some other girls at this party. And May has been getting stalked by old dude from her workplace. And now she's at like a convenience store, and he's outside, kind of like staring through the window. May calls home, but her mom doesn't pick up because her mom not home right now for some reason, right? So she does the next best thing, and then finally decides to, I guess you could say, grow a pair, but I don't know if that really works for women. She decides to grow a pair and actually call Yamato, and he pull up like immediately, and he gets her out of there. And this is like the one thing I kind of don't agree with Yamato on. When he walk out with her, like when he walk her out of the store, he got his hand on her shoulder, right? Good on him, making sure that that weirdo knows that, you know, she got like a supposed man already. But then he just full blown catches her unprompted in the middle of the road, in front of the dude, for like 15 seconds, bro. Unprompted, unasked for. But like he goes away, so I guess I expect this to think it's cool. It's definitely a good anime so far. I mean, it's only episode 1, but like, I don't know, bruh. This is why I don't really be watching like early 2000s shoujo romance, bro, because they just be doing stuff, and then I expect you to think that that's chill. But I'll come back after episode 2 is done. Okay, so the second episode isn't even over. I'm probably just gonna do this like incrementally whenever stuff gets to me. So Yamato invited May over to, my bad, I have a Jolly Rancher in my mouth. Yamato invited May over to this karaoke party, right, with a bunch of his other friends, and that fraud Kenji. Anyway, they'll get there. Yamato's like, hey, since you don't want to pick a song, and you know, you're at a karaoke place, so you gotta sing some, why not let's do a duet, right? She's like, nah, I don't want to. And she walks out, right? So Yamato runs out after her and says, yo, let's walk home together, because, you know, why not? Anyway, I forget. Let me look up her name, actually, because I want to name her correctly. A minute. I am looking up her name as we speak. What is her name? Yeah. Asami. Asami is her name. Anyway, May and Asami are talking, right? And they're in the bathroom and they're talking. And these two they look like middle-aged women disguised as high schoolers, right? Anyway, they're like, hey, bro, this is the funniest thing, bro. They're like, bro, look at Melon's over here. And like one of them was like, yeah, Melonzilla. Bro, I was dying, bro, trying not to laugh. But that got me thinking. I have never heard of somebody bullying somebody over them having fat boobs, bro. Like, they're in high school, bro. They're like 16, 8, like 15, 17, bro. bullying people over having fat tits. Like, bro, grow up. Like, it's just not making sense. Like, dude, it's just stupid, bruh. Okay, so they give like this flashback to when she was in middle school. Whatever her name was, I already forgot. And Yamato, back when they were in middle school, right? And she's like having to like wipe off the blackboard. And some dudes, some like random background characters, are making fun of her and talking about some, hey dude, like make him bounce again or whatever, bro. Yamato come through talking about some, um, he says something like, if you're gonna watch, just don't pretend that you don't like it. And remember that porn site you showed me earlier? Well, I remember you had like 1,000 bookmarks on girls with big tits. Just don't pretend like you don't like it, bruh. If you're gonna watch. Just don't pretend like you don't like it, right? Like, that's not advice, but that's advice at the same time. Like, if you remember that Game dude from like 2024, and he was giving you like, one of them videos like best jobs to be a pervert, and one of them was like a window cleaner. That's advice, but that's not advice at the same time. Like, I feel like after what Yamato said, I'd expect to hear the long-lived saying of game is game, but I didn't, and that was weird. Like, that was advice, but that wasn't advice. Do not follow that advice. Okay, I'm back again, and I'm like 12 minutes into the second episode, bro. But I had to come back because they said something ridiculous, bro. So we find out that it's like a rumor that Yamato has kissed every pretty girl in school except for this one girl from like class 2B or something like that, right? Anyway, I'm gonna just tell you the important thing, bro. It's them same high schoolers in quotations that look like middle-aged women in the bathroom talking about this one girl, the same girl that was hanging with May, and she was like, and they were like, bro, she doesn't need to be like all over him with those saggy sweater kittens, bro. Where are these names coming from? I have never heard anybody call them that before. Saggy sweater kittens, bro. That sounds like a grandma porn name, bro. But I'm gonna keep watching this anime. I'm gonna get back to you. Okay, so I know I said I'd come back when the episode is finished, but I lied. So May stood up for Asami when them two middle-aged women came through the bathroom making fun of her, right? And like those two middle-aged women made fun of her. Like, no, those two middle-aged women punched May for no reason. Anyway, Asami ends up taking May to the school nurse, right? And then we get this cut of like the school playing like out in the schoolyard, right? And Kenji gets hit in the face with a soccer ball. So now he's on his way to the nurse's office too, right? Let me get closer to the mic. My bad if this is like really weird. Anyway, the two middle-aged women somehow find their way to the nurse's office just to like lounge around for some reason. And now they're making fun of her. Both of them, right? Kenji come through because he was like on his way to the nurse's office anyway, so he come through and he's like he's like, well, it's better to have breasts than to like not have them at all, right? So, just stop talking, bruh. And while there's a good part of this school that doesn't like big boobs, I personally do. The more the better. And like he's making her feel worse, yes, but his heart was in the right place, bro. I feel like you can't judge too hard. His heart was in the right place. He just needs to learn what to say and when to say it. Cause like, bro, his heart was in the right place. Okay, I'm back. Kenji actually bucked up, bro. He's definitely not top characters in the show, definitely not. But he bucked up, bro. He went over to Asami. He's like, yo, I know I must have embarrassed you back there. I didn't really mean it. I was just kind of like saying stuff in the moment. And basically, like, what I'm trying to say is, like, I love you. And yeah, I do like your tits. I'm not even gonna lie. That's not the major reason why I like you. I like you. I like when you smile. I like when you talk. I just like being around you. And like basically what I'm saying is I love you. And he put his faults up, right? He's not trying to deny anything he did in the past, but he's being real with her and confessing his feelings. And that takes a real man to do something like that. Shouts out my bro Kenji. BRB. Okay, so if you remember earlier in the video, I don't know if you were paying attention, but earlier in the video, I said that there was a rumor going around that Yamato has kissed every girl in the school except this one girl in class 2B, right? So now it was supposed to basically be a four-man, right? Yamato, Kenji, that girl from 2B, and May. And they were all supposed to go to karaoke. But Kenji and May pulled out last minute. So now it's just Yamato and that girl from 2B. I don't feel like learning her name. Cry about it. Anyway, they're in like that room, right? In the karaoke room. And she is quote unquote putting moves, aka basically sexually assaulting this man in an empty karaoke room, right? She's talking about some, hey, I know you like me in middle school. Why don't you put the moves on me? Come on, asking me out. But like, and like, have you ever seen like those anime characters walk where like the girl has her arms wrapped around the dude's other arm, right? It's like his forearm, whatever, is in between her chest. That's how she has him, just unconsensually. She leaning all up on him, getting in his ear, talking about saying, hey, why don't we go outside? She making illegal moves on this bro for no reason. He has never once, literally, I'm gonna just say from what we've seen in the anime, he has never once outside of middle school showed any like emotion towards her that resembles liking her like that. So she's just doing this to do it, and it's just weird, bro. Like, bro, ew. Okay, bro, I take back anything I just said, bro. I was just praising Yamato a minute ago. I take that back immediately. I take that back now. So you may be asking, why am I doing this, right? So Kenji, I mean, Yamato is walking out of the karaoke place, right? And we see May just like stalking him around the corner. So he pull up on her. He like, why are you stalking me, bro? What are you doing? Why are you stalking me? She's like, nah, I'm not stalking you. I was just like on my walk and shit, right? And he just like, Kenji says, he pins her to the wall and kisses her unprompted in the middle of her crying about the fact that kissing a girl, or really anybody, but more specifically for this moment, kissing a girl without really liking her does more harm than it does good. So you know what this smart man with his smart man haircut and his smart man looks does? He kisses her again, unprompted, unconsensually, in the alley, via pressing her against the wall. He sexually assaults women. Get him out of here. I'm not watching this anymore, bro. You're not getting any more out of me until tomorrow. Peace out. Okay, listen, I know I said I'd be back tomorrow, but this is genuinely pissing me off. I might drop this anime because of this on the second episode. Forget the 3-episode rule, bro. He kissed her multiple times. One of the times, she even asked him, what are you doing? What are you doing? And the thing is, since this is an early 2000s shoujo romance anime, they expect that this is fine. All because the girl's cool with it. No. Get this man locked up. You're telling me that if you were to show this to a random person, right? A dude having a girl in the back of an alley, pressed up against a wall, kissing her multiple times, unprompted, is cool and fine. Get him locked up, bro. This is why I don't watch early 2000s anime, bro. Literally, I was just coming off of like a 5 month hiatus of not watching anime, right? Not 5 months, more like 2 months, closer to 3 months of just not watching anime. I watched my first anime back, bro. This is what I'm getting. This is what I'm getting, bro. A conveniently attractive dude just sexually assault a woman in the back of an alley. Dude, he had me in the first episode, bro. He came to May's side quick, with the quickness, bro, to save her from that stalker. And then, now, he's doing creepy stuff too. Like, what is wrong with him? We need to get him out of here, bro. Hashtag lock up, whatever his name is, Yamato. I'm pretty sure I called him Miyamura a few times. Sorry about that, bro. Miyamura, you chill. I mean, you weird too. Actually, nah, let me not even diss your name like that. You chill. Yamato is the one we need to lock up, bro. Hashtag you lock up Yamato, bro. 2026. Please get him out of here, bro.